The U.S. bishops vote overwhelmingly to take concrete steps to address the church's sex abuse crisis. They passed several new measures today, including a plan to create a national third-party reporting system. Correspondent Wyatt Goolsby is following the meetings this week. He joins us from their Baltimore meeting. Good evening, Wyatt.
Good evening, Lauren. The bishops appear to be in good spirits since they voted on the biggest issue on their agenda, and that's accountability. They've wanted to vote on a number of new standards and practices, how to report sex abuse, since November. And one of their ideas is setting up a national third-party reporting hotline, what some have called a sophisticated switchboard. Now that they have general guidelines from Pope Francis, they're ready to take their ideas and put them into practice.
The voting is closed. Please display the result of the vote. 218, the motion passes.
Thank you. Thanks.
Applause for more than 200 bishops this morning as church leaders vote almost unanimously in favor of a series of standards in wake of the crisis.
Recognizing that we have even a greater responsibility.
Cardinal Joseph Tobin of Newark and Bishop Robert Dealey of Portland, Maine, answered questions about how bishops are implementing Pope Francis' new apostolic letter on sex abuse. Today, the bishops voted in favor of these principles: provide for the utilization of a national third-party reporting system, underscore the need for pastoral care for victims, encourage involvement of lay experts, affirm the responsibility of metropolitan bishops who oversee a specific region as part of the investigation, and finally, recognize the diocese or province where a sex abuse crisis occurs and work with the local church to address the problem. Today, I asked Cardinal Tobin about one issue we didn't hear much about: how the bishops are supposed to work with local police and prosecutors. What role does that play? How do the bishops work with civil authorities on this issue?
Speaking, for example, for the province of Newark, which is our 5 dioceses in New Jersey, we, since 2002, have had a memorandum of understanding with each of the 21 county prosecutors in the state that we will report any criminal activity.
His Eminence says there are similar agreements in other dioceses across the country. He says problems of sexual abuse and potential cover-ups cannot be handled in-house. His diocese has worked with authorities on sexual abuse investigations against the former Archbishop of Washington and Newark, Theodore McCarrick. McCarrick was defrocked after it was revealed he sexually abused young people and seminarians.
There are still demands by several lay groups to release all of the documents the church may have on Theodore McCarrick. Cardinal Tobin responded today by saying they are still working with prosecutors on the report. He says eventually a report will come out, but did not give a timeline on that. One other question that was brought up by bishops today is how much it would cost, at least initially, to set up this reporting hotline they had talked about. Right now, the cost appears to be between $30,000 to $50,000. Lauren?
Correspondent Wyatt Goolsby reporting from Baltimore in the bishops' meeting. Thank you, Wyatt.